The New York Jets have been searching season after season, year after year. It feels like decades since the New York Jets have had a pass rusher. But they may have very well found one in Carl Lawson. Carl Lawson, 3-year contract worth $45 million up to $47.5, $30 million guaranteed. Carl Lawson was arguably the best pass rusher on the market. I would have ranked him second, maybe third overall out of all of the pass rushers, all of the edge players available, only behind really Shaq Barrett. Carl Lawson is just entering the prime of his career. Carl Lawson is coming off the best season of his career, where he was one of the most productive pressure players in football. Carl Lawson is a phenomenal athlete with combined speed, quickness, and strength. He is a picture-perfect fit for the Seattle scheme defense of Robert Saleh, coming off the edge and dominating. Think Cliff Averill. That's what I would throw out there. This is a player that's going to dominate the edge. This is going to be a player that's going to thrive in a similar way to Nick Bosa, who's thrived in San Francisco, right? Both players, similar skill sets. Great athletes, great power rushers. Both are great power rushers. More so than bend, although they both possess it. Both have great speed to power. So Carl Lawson, great young defensive end that's going to really fit this scheme and really provide the Jets with a pass rush for the first time since I don't even remember. The 80s? Maybe the 90s? I mean, you guys had like Calvin Pace. Who else you have? Other than interior defensive linemen. So now you look at this defensive line, man. Woo! You've got Quinnen Williams and Carl Lawson? And that's just the beginning of it. There's other underrated players on that line. So I really like the way the Jets have built their line. We understood they needed another edge player, but like that combo is going to be phenomenal for years if they can keep those guys together. Now, I think what you need to look for is them to sign a corner coming up. They just signed Corey Davis at wide receiver. They need to build that offensive line. Gastineau. That was the 80s, bro. That was a long time ago. So the New York Jets, I love Carl Lawson. I've had a crush on Carl Lawson as a football player for 3 years. I think he's been underrated for years. He finally just had his best season. He was on the open market, and he got paid, man. He deserves to be paid, and I think Jets fans are really, really going to like this guy. And I think he's going to fit Robert Saleh's defense perfectly. So you have yourself a premier edge rusher, New York. Let me know in the comments what you think. Carl Lawson to the Jets, Jets, Jets.